Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and you said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called...
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath. But no matter how much they threatened, or not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, the man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet, but then we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found...
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells...
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful. I think this third person... On that note, however, even though our opponent is insidious and cruel, they are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's...
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? And live out my life just as meaningless? I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victim.
Davia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears...
So you do know something else, Melus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that... But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation...
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that and the serial disappearances case cost 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have, but as long as you remain safe, he would not. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew.
Right, so nobody would be able to get up.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked, even though Boss has been gone for a long.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing.
So he chose to die?
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone, I'm sure he'd be
That fool. No. He might have set up everything precisely because... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Malus, what was the key evidence that...
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's head. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the... But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the place...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious... There's no telling what might be lying in wait at there. But a single visit to the worst case would be...
Then, in that case...
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
That's true, but things are different now.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought in...
I am the butler, after all. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced orders, if the vendors didn't change after several rounds of... The first is Florent. Spina...
Huh?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people, thanks to his position within... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel, the head of...
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss, in the beginning, they were...
So, they're like a...
Yes, you can say. It's a bit difficult to imagine...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are since Thierry is always in the know about our current activity...
I see. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next...
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry.
Of course.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving bosses... After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the... If it might help, you could also pay them...
Oh, thank you so much!
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work...
It is settled, then.
Thank you for arranging everything.
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all...
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died...
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can
You don't understand it.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring. I know only the full truth.
I'm sorry. I appreciate this. On the matter regarding my husband,
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless he had many regrets, and felt that so when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he tried to be as careful as he could.
They found out.
Papa didn't say that exactly. But
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to I don't know that for sure, but you... Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken... Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was...
But Mama, why is Papa always wanted to be a...
Well, things aren't.
Yeah, Papa...
Then you should hold on to that. Regardless of whether he left you.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is...
You really think so? That's the first...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance to...
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water.
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened, after my partner here put the dots together for me, can you do me a favor and try to
Let me think. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. But when I got there, it was already too late.
So you also remember 2 gunshots?
Indeed. The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a...
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you... But hold on. If that... He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine. And did he lose all faith in the courts after
About that, Malus told me I'll tell you everything once the...
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing. Many people have laughed at me for but it was Mr. Callis's trust, no matter what others might...
Don't worry. You and all our... Thierry, it's me.
Oh.
Oh, so you've...
Oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit...
I mean, where I work is Callis did a fantastic... It would be next to impossible for... Anyway.
Yes. These 2. What happened at the opera...
I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files...
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, you see... So... if you...
If I had to make an analogy... When you order a dish, the chef will make it. If you try to make removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. So I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you... I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just...
Unlimited Mora or unlimited time?
Looks like we're running out of Type 3 screws.
3? No, wait. Looks like feel free to check the Aquabus map and schedule for details.
Design is quite ingenious.
Looks like we're running out of Type 3 screws.
Does this mean we should run on Clockwork too?
I'll just treat them as new samples.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Sure. I will let...
Ah, Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as...
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Mars. I just wanted to talk to you briefly.
Yes,
Oh, you were at...
That's right. I went there with... I also witnessed your marvelous... To beat the Hydro Archon at her own...
Oh, Paimon doesn't want...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is.
Uncle Marcel, you've also...
Yes, I was reminded...
Exactly. I still do...
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink. If not for the vigilance of my partner,
Oh, you're giving us too much...
Alas, it seems things are heating up, but rest assured, Navia. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there,
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. Do you have any new thoughts on...
Ah, about that. Sorry. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet. So I was out and about the whole time making... Then I heard the sound of a gunshot. And the...
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself.
Sounds good. Just let me know. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll...
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all... Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Florent mentioned that Callus probably only ended...
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex, it's obvious that our enemy has become...
Do you think he knew even that...
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, it's still really hard for me to imagine, though. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a... Florent? But Espina de Ros...
So you're saying he's too broke?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to... Thierry, you say? Huh, but I didn't feel...
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha? If the mecha were taken from the guards...
Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down.
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. The suspect is knowledgeable about the... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extreme. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the...
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartag.
What? Is that...
Yeah, we know him.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the...
Wait, how? None of our investigation...
That's what I thought was strange about it. So, if the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our plans.
Right. Because they'll think they've already...
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear...
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a trial about this, you're right. This is our... I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back...
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver.
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson. It's our hope that...
See you then. Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. Ah, you're right. Navia's probably arguing up a...
It would appear that I must repeat my quest. Do you accept the charge that
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why However, I did hear that people who have been in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Hey! Don't you understand?
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me. Then why don't you duel me too?
Alas, it would appear that in that case, let me
That case had nothing to do with... Huh? What's going... What?
I told you it couldn't be one...
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. But that was an exception rather than standard.
Oh, please. Did you ever... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not... And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent...
Oh. A young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would...
That person in... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Huh? What confrérie?
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging some... And if the charge fails, depending on...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the... Members of the guards, please come... Mr. Marcel, you will not require...
Apologies, sir. It all just... I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is...
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all—
Navia, do you really think that... Come on, why would I do that? Callus was... If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make
I think there's no point in getting into the Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before—
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded the suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing... These are the known facts about...
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques... in truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my... After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now. The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin. This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe...
That's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the
What a great theory. It also explains...
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with it.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said.
Then,
may I ask some questions? 1. Do you...
I'm afraid not.
Boo!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people, we should be able to find... Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful...
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette,
Why do I feel like
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court?
If he... I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt the dissolving power of water from the primordial sea isn't... My father could have exposed it for all to see, but at that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. What was certain, however, was that it would...
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had...
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have... Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How can... Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? Spina di Ros... But by staying silent, we retained the ability... I was able to become Spina di Ros... And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need... I don't need your apology, but since he entrusted his will to you,
so...
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken account in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faint. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist... I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to...
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between...
Right? What she said was fascinating.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both and, at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because the culprit could only time their actions so precisely if, coincidentally, Marcel attended both...
So that's why you suspected me. I'm used to it, though.
No need to appeal.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, on top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some... Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an act? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd all... Do you know what the biggest flaw in...
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyway.
It's timing. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me... In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come... But the disappearances
I do apologize,
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the data? You can also take a look at my border entry records. Or could those records and testimonies do something to appease...
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father, but aren't you going against all of his wishes? He wished for you to become more rational. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things.
This isn't just about me. The biggest difference between me, the people whose families were just many people's images, and whose is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh, so you...
I've merely...
I was waiting...
frostbite.
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
Dodge this!
Stop right there!
Freeze!
Justice will prevail! Drop your weapons!
Cool it!
Go! Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Water jet!
amazing! Now we can swim to the top! But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this! Ha!
Bombs away! Go! Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would. I must leave no stone unturned.
Freeze!
Go!
Final warning! Hands where I can see them!
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this!
Go! Wipe out! Now the path is clear! Let's go!
Frostbite.
Leave it all to me. Water jet!
Dodge the...
Justice will prevail! Drop your weapons!
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance. Huh, time to clean up.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Dodge this! Freeze!
Steady as stone.
Don't push your luck. Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
You asked for it!
After all that, though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find... What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh. Paimon sees it too, but... Why are... Huh? You mean the girls from... And then... They were turned... And all the boxes of things... These names... And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the... Mixing in progress... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimen... Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible terrible and such a... You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did... But did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vacher is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vacher was no, that's not it either! If that's the case, why... In any case... here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all the synth. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff, Paimon will take notes on this incriminating... Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation. Yeah, this should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have no... The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise, he can act whenever he... I concur. Let's send some... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But, yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals it. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the... Sure thing. Paimon won't... You take that side, and Paimon will take this side. Nothing at all! And Paimon can't even find snacks either! Whoa, really? Let Paimon see! Vignier. Isn't that Vacher's lover's name? Then... you... Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love... So many! A whole page's worth! The final name she Marcel! Wait, but Marcel's pretty old! Has this case been going on for so long that he... Hey!
And whose image do you... Is it a man named... Oh, so you do know...
I'm merely surprised you'd...
I was waiting...
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner.
Just how often do you intend to flout the...
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence... But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair, and we already know after your lover, Vignier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to You even created Marcel as a new identity, and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real
or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to.
Do you pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were left. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone, well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of... Vignier is dead! We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes. But I'm not from this blasted place! So...
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go, I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her? I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! Vignier, please, Vignier, don't think back.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any bait.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and after exchanging blows with Spina Durasula for many years, although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the series...
We really just witnessed...
Yippee! We have not... He's hurt so many innocent people, and Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
Yeah. See, Papa?
Well, now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia guilty.
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict? Is your justice—
Huh? This has never happened before.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is by... Guards, please take this up.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Verena mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but...
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? You don't tell me. You thought even...
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty...
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. And, of course, for every performance there, if you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, everything he's done, not to mention all shall be revealed in time. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense.
So she chose to make her escape after all, did...
So you're saying we shouldn't put my...
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the however, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal...
All right. Even though we feel pretty bad, after all, he's done plenty of bad stuff.